Alright, we're live. Hello and welcome back to another stream, my friends. Today we are doing another tier list. We are here to rank the high tier premiums, like all rank 6 and rank 7 premiums that are currently available in War Thunder. Hey Ludo and hey Dedo. And I think this could be interesting, especially with the sales coming up. The sales will definitely affect the prices of a lot of these premiums. I can't guarantee that all of them will go on sale, but a lot will. And it might be good to pick some up if you want to grind certain tech trees in the future, or just want to grind them right now and speed up your grind. Alright, let me just switch over to this window. Perfect, we're here. So, as last time, we will just do it like in a way that I pick a tank, we talk about it, I put it in the list, A to E tier, and then we will just continue going. And we have to kind of agree. We don't have to agree on everything, but it would be cool if we can find some general consensus. Let me just replace E tier with F tier again. F. Is that good? That's F tier. Let's start with Leo 1 L44. Okay, we can start with the Leo 1 L44. I just have to find it here. That's the Leopard 185 NO. Where's the L44 Leopard? Is it missing? Did I forget to put it in here? No way. Is it not available anymore? It is. Wait, let me just search in my pictures folder here. It must be there. I took pictures of everything. Leopard, 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 leopard. Dedo, how did you get me on the first thing? It is actually missing. You know what? I'll just grab the screenshot really quick. I have the game open. Oh my god. What a blunder. Alright. Save. Leopard A1, A1, L44. Wow, okay, good that we had one missing. Thank you, Dedo, for noticing. There it is. Alright, welcome everybody. Let's just go ahead, do the Leopard A1 L44. In my opinion, it's definitely not an S tier. The mobility is kind of mediocre. The thermal sights are kind of mediocre. We have better options nowadays. I still like the 120 cannon for its spalling, but it doesn't handle like what I would consider an S tier tank. Like S tier should be strong, overpowered, you know, that kind of thing. Absolute glass cannon. I mean, it is, yeah. You don't have any armor to speak of. I would probably even go down to B tier for it. For 9.3, it's pretty good. Okay, I agree. I agree, Scared, but look at what we have at 9.3. We have the Type 16 FPS. At 9.0, we have the WMA301, which is decent. We have the temp to IP, which is... It doesn't get a 120 and it doesn't get thermals, but it's way more mobile and even more tanky. It bounces a lot of shells. Autocannons can have difficulties penning a turret. And since you don't face night battles anymore, the temp to IP got a decent buff because it didn't have thermals, but now it doesn't need the thermals that much anymore. For its 9.0, I think they moved it up. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they moved it up at Night 3. I would put it at B tier. We don't want to start off too high. You know, if we put everything S tier, it's kind of over. I mean, at the end of the day, all premiums will be kind of good because they're premiums. Gaijin wants to sell them. You know, Gaijin wants people to get these tanks, and if they make shitty tanks, people don't want them. So, you know, That hurts. I'm sorry, Dedo. I don't want to hurt your feelings. It's just a good tank. Let's just explain this. S tank is basically overpowered. A tier is like a really good premium. B tier is just like, it's a fine tank. You can do fine in it. It's perfectly capable at its own BR. C tier is I would say C tier is kind of below average. D tier is you know, something I would avoid, and F tier is just a sad vehicle. Like, honestly, just sad. Play it for the memes if you want. I see the 2S38 and want to commit arson. Yeah, you know what? Let's just rank the 2S38 next. Okay, 2S38, we have it here. I would say straight up S tier. I mean, you have a pretty good APFSDS shell for an autocannon. You have a remote controlled turret. You have proxy fuse shells and IRST tracking, so you can just delete helis and planes. And you have a big fuel tank in front of the crew in the hull, which, you know, likes to eat spalling. S tier should be removed. S tier should be removed. I like it. You know what? Let's just put it S tier. F plus S. It's kind of overpowered. There's no way that it should be 10.0. Like, if we look at similarly capable vehicles, like the automatic is way higher battle rating and only gets 12 APFSDS rounds, and is basically similarly capable. Both can do IRST tracking, both have proxy high explosive shells, and, you know, both are autocannons with APFSDS. So the automatic is also kind of sad, but that doesn't make the 2S38 less overpowered. Cancer tier. we need a new tier. We need cancer tier above S tier. Okay, let's just rank the next thing. What do we want to rank next? How about we rank one of the worst premiums, in my opinion? Where is it? How about I cannot read that. Viayanta? I'm not sure if that's pronounced right. I have played. It's a Centurion as a 105 gun, and that's basically it. The battle rating is 8.3, so you are lower than a lot of the other premiums in battle rating, but you also don't get a lot of feature that other premiums get. It's a Centurion, it's a nerf in itself. Okay, yeah, let's check out the Viayanta. Customization. So I hate the Halloween hanger. Thank you. So this is what you get. You have a Centurion. You get a Heat of S shell and an APDS shell. So no APFSDS at 8.3. Also no thermals. You are stabilized. And you have a 50 cal, which are upsides. The armor is basically irrelevant. You're a Centurion. And you're sitting on a pretty big ammo rack there. And the mobility is kind of bad. Yeah, I'm also debating between D and F. I mean, the 105 heat, you know, is fine-ish against things that don't have a lot of what's it called, ERA or stuff. But you are facing things with ERA at 8.3. And it's so slow. In a game where speed is the meta, I heavily dislike such slow vehicles. So what the hell was that spalling thing? Oh, the fuel tank ate my spalling. Amazing. Yeah, I think I would even put it at F tier. It has my IRL mobility and armor. I don't think you're as bad as the Centurion at 8.3. On top of that, the gun handling is actually slow. Like, look at this. Turret rotation is fine. STV 105 at 9.3 be like? No, it's 8.3, but still, I wouldn't put it that high. Let's go back to our drawing board. Let's say we put it F tier. Then we have an F tier and an S tier tank. See, that's a perfect starting point here. We have an F tier, we have an S tier, and we have a middle ground. B tier is like what I would say is performing average. I mean, performing average compared to the others. I think B tier in premiums is still slightly better than what you would get at the same BR in Tech Tree most of the time. Like, what's competing with the A44 here is probably the Leopard 1A5, which just exchanges, which just gets a 105 gun, which means less spalling. So it's still better than the Leopard 1A5. Unless you compare it to the Italian Leopard 1A5, because that one for some reason gets a laser warning system. But that's a whole different story. Let's put it in France here, but it's India. All right, what do we rank? What do we rank next? ZTZ-96A prototype is my beloved go-to tank. Well, let's just rank it. I've played a lot of the ZTZ-96A, like around 300 games or so. Okay, we do the Challenger after that, Caboose. So, ZTZ-96A Premium. Honestly, I wouldn't put it S tier. It is a really solid tank, but it gets held back by having a much larger upper front plate and lower front plate than the Russian counterparts. So I would put it at A tier. It has a very capable gun for a 10.0 premium. It has good protection on the turret and hull, like on the upper hull at least. The mobility is kind of a downside, but it's not too bad. S tier because social credits. Oh my god. Let's just look at it in game. I used it to grind China. Also, don't look at my tech tree, it's kind of messed up. Customization. So yeah, you have this weak spot, which is basically the lower hull. Although, sometimes you can't survive rounds because people tend to shoot the middle of it because they are so used to Russian tanks and the driver's sitting on the side. But I would still not say it's an S tier tank. It's a good A tier in my opinion. The round is actually good. 125-I, 466mm of penetration. You can't complain about that. You can hide it very well though. It's also small. It is small, but you don't have a lot of gun depression. That's a fucking B tier tank. Why B tier, Francois? What is my stats in the ZTZ-96? Okay, I have 280 deaths and about 398 kills. So it's like, I don't know, 1.5 KD-ish. Oh, my win rate is terrible in this thing, but that's probably due to the team compositions. I'm Jan, by the way. Oh, round hit the fuel tank and die. That's RNG. Like, a lot of the time, the fuel tank will also just eat the spalling and you survive because of the fuel tank. Unless it hits this fuel tank, because it's for some reason they put charges in the fuel tank, and this ammo piece right here is also omega stupid. Although I think this ammo piece is pretty hard to hit from the front, since you have to go through the plate here. I would rate it either B or A tier. Never died to fuel explosion in it. Yeah, I think I've rarely died to fuel explosions in the 96A. Like, much less than I do to in Russian tanks. But that's just, you know, maybe personal feeling about it. Let's just, you know what, let's just put it here and we decide later. If we can't decide, we'll just decide it later. It does give smooth gameplay scale, I agree with you. I never really raged it. It was quite an easy grind. Okay, somebody wanted the Challenger. And here we go, Challenger. Also, where's my taskbar on this? Oh, my taskbar is gone. Okay, cool. I like having no control over my... Oh well. We have the Challenger. I think that's the only British vehicle in here. No, actually, I mean... The Khalid is also in the British Tech tree. And the... whatever that thing was called, but they're not British vehicles. Alright, the Challenger. At 10.0, I think it's a pretty fine tank, but doesn't compete with the likes of other 10.0s. I think the terms is better. Although you do have a pretty thick turret. And a... Oh, that hull is also decently thick. Let's just look at the protection analysis here. Let's go L23A1. Okay, you have a terrible round for a 10.0, that's definitely sure. Hey, Mighty, how you doing? And Jaden, welcome to Nighthawk. So you have a pretty terrible round for a 10.0. Yeah. So your hull is not really protected. It looks like it's protected, but not really. It just goes straight through. Yeah. But the turret is decently thick. Unless you shoot for the breach, which, you know, is a weak spot on all tanks. I wonder, you can hit... Yeah, you can hit the ammo rack in the back if you shoot the gun breach, which is kind of a downside. Like, getting ammo rack like this would make me pretty mad. Oh wait, I wasn't showing the game. Okay, I'm so stupid. It does not explode, it has no charges. What do you mean it has no charges? Oh wait, those are not charges, right? That's just ammo. Where's the charge? Is it 2-piece ammo? Is it the stupid British thing with 2-piece ammo? You can't really look inside because of all the armor. Okay. Oh, those are the charges. Okay. Well, fair actually, so your turret doesn't explode. Okay, I take that back. Jan. The reload is also pretty good. Just the round is pretty terrible. And the hull protection. It gets thermals, right? But only gunner? Yeah, only gunner thermals. Okay. And it has terrible mobility because it's a Challenger. So, what do we think about a B tier? I think a B tier is fine. It's not an amazing 10.0 because of the round and the mobility, but it's not poorly performing, especially not with that reload. B tier. Okay, we put it at B tier. There are better 10.0 things in my opinion. Next one up. Let's look at the Rooikat. You know, if we're already talking about the Rooikat in chat, let's just look at it. So, personally, I really like playing the Rooikat. And it feels really good to play, except for one thing, and that is gun elevation speed. Gun elevation speed gets me killed so many times in this thing. And that would probably be the reason I want to put it A tier and not an S tier. S tier. The gun elevation speed still sucks. And can you really compare it to a 2S38 in terms of performance? Like, the 2S38 is, in my opinion, just all around better. You'd give it S tier? Woo! Woo! Okay, okay. Let's just take a look again. My beloved Rooikat. It gets minus 10 degrees of depression, which is Nice. Definitely more than the Centaurus as far as I know. Yeah, -6. So that's nice. It gets decent gun depression for a wheeled vehicle. Obviously, it's not gonna survive a lot of rounds because of being a light tank. The reload is... I think that's average, right? How is the reload compared to, like, a Centauro? Yeah, it's average. Twist 30 is really good, but it doesn't get the penetration of the Rooikat's DM33. I mean, yeah, it's an autocannon. You can spam it. And you can kill helis and planes with it. Also, do you really need all that penetration when you can just spam your rounds into the weak spots of tanks? DM33 is a decent 9.3 round. I like it, but I'd rather have the 120 gun of the L44. Honestly, I would put it at A tier. It doesn't even have laser warning systems, which is a pretty nice thing that I would like to have. And let me show you the gun depression and elevation speed thing. It is so slow. Oh my god. You see how the gun shakes around sometimes when you go through holes? That's because the gun can't keep up with moving up and down. Here, wait, let's just go through the hole again in the spawn here. See how the gun always lags up and down? Yeah. And that will happen a lot in game. Like if you're trying to move around. And this got me killed a lot. It's so slow. Like, okay, let's do it standing still. Yep. That is very slow. That's like on the same level as the Centurion that we tested. But the mobility is nice, I agree with you. You have not ever experienced a laser warning system. Dano, you're missing out by just playing Germany all the time. Oh wait, that was the music. I killed the music for a second. Okay, we're back. I can't decide, man. I would put it at A tier. It's a solid A. It's okay. It's either a solid A tier or really bad S tier compared to the other things. I would put it S tier. There is no in between S and A tier. A tier is the in between B and S tier. S tier, you know, I explained in the beginning. S tier is like a really good tank, just not overpowered, which is why I would put it there. Laser warning systems are so weird. Give me a lot, like there are a lot of false warnings. Oh yeah, a lot of people just also lace other people for fun. So yeah, that happens. A plus T. Yeah, the Rooikat elevation speed is really bad, Caboose. Let's just put it at A tier, okay? Let's keep S tier for things that are genuinely under tiered. Honestly, if I look at this now, I would put the 96A at B tier. The XM-1 is not ranked at all right now. That's just off the list here on the side. We're not there yet. What I mean is, if you compared to the Challenger, okay, you have better round than the Challenger, and somewhat similar survivability, but you have a way worse reload. ZTZ is 8. We still can't agree. Okay, I'm putting it back. I'm putting it back. Okay, next tank. So within one tier, we're not ordering them by how strong they are against other tanks of the same tier. Okay, let's look at the CV90105. You have a system against BMPs, but only against early BMPs. The BMP-2M that you will meet a lot, because it's the same VR, won't be affected by your APS. Alright, so let's go CV90105. I'm personally thinking about S tier here. You know, the good thermals for for gunner and commander. The what is it? 4 second, 5 second autoloader. The decent shell with the M33. It's not good at 10.0 anymore, but all in all, it's a very good tank in my opinion. 5 second, yeah, it was a 5 second autoloader. Straight up S tier, good. So that's a definite buy for anyone who wants to grind the Swedish tech tree. I like playing my CV90. Next tank. What do we take? Let's go with the WMA next Chinese. Okay, he wants XM-1 next. Let's go with the XM-1. Alright, XM-1. I gotta admit, I haven't played the XM-1, so let's discuss this out. I wouldn't say it's an FT worthy. Why is it an FT? Jan, you can't just say that because you hate American tanks. Merkava next, please. Okay, we could do the Merkava next. B or A tier. Okay, let's just take a look at it in game, because that makes it easier for me to grasp the performance. XM-1 preview. So you have basically no armor, which is a given. It's fine. What you do have is decent mobility with, you know, with that engine power at 52 tons. That's decent. Nerf shell 0 armor bed thermals. Okay, the nerf shell is not out yet. Also the new, but you're right, they are nerfing M735, but we don't know if they are just gonna give the XM-1 a new shell. And also the new Jan, have you looked at the new M735? It gets better angled pen. It's just a flat pen nerf. That's why it's gonna be murdered next update, yes, but not to unplayable levels, and you will have better angled pen. The existing shell is bad. I agree with you. But what you do get is decent mobility and thermals at 9.3. You kind of have to play it like a light tank, you know? But only on the 30, right? I'm not sure. I don't have the stats in my head. Still, compared to the Striker and KVT. True, but with the KVT you were 10.3. This thing is 9.3. You can phase 8.3s. You don't have smoke grenade launchers, that's true. That's a really, really big downside, actually. Good point here. Just an extra fat light tank. True, true. You got smoke shell. Okay, smoke shells are a lot worse than smoke launchers, in my opinion. That's a weird optics position too. But I don't think it's a lot worse than the L44. It has a much worse shell, yeah. But you have better mobility than the L44, and both won't survive shots. Mobility is king. And mobility is really important. I agree with... I can't pronounce the name. That's an N right behind a T. Like, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I agree with you there. C tier at best, not gonna lie. B tier for me. Yeah, I would. I'm debating between C and B tier. You know, adjusted for BR. It's not it's not that much worse than like a Challenger here. It's better at its own BR. I'm not sure. Yeah, I wouldn't put it A tier. A tier is out of the questions here. Let's just, you know what? If you guys don't like it, we put it C tier. I have to admit, I haven't played the tank. I haven't played every premium. So all I can do for this one is look at the stats, talk to you guys, and if you think it's a C tier, then we can put it at C tier. I think term 3 is the best premium. 8.3 it eats up 10.0 tanks. Term 3. Oh, well, term 3 is not rank 6 or 7. So it's not in this list here. For 9.3 is a tank, is not good tank. Okay, let's just keep it there. Okay, next up, what do we take? How about the AMX-30? I've played it a lot recently, so it's still very fresh on my mind. And I personally really enjoyed my time in it. I would put it at B tier. You can't put it at F tier because of France scare. That's not how this works. It's not France tier. I would personally put it at B tier. It has a stabilizer and it has thermals. It's the AMX-30 Super. It gets a stabilizer, it gets thermals, and it is not slow. It's actually really fast for a medium tank. Like it's a lot faster than the Leopard, but has a worse gun. But what it does have is a 50 cal and really trolly turret armor. Like a lot of the time you at least survive one shot to the turret, which is a lot to ask for medium tanks and 9.0. They usually have no armor. It's better than the Leopard L44. I wouldn't say it's much better because the round is much worse. You still get shitty thermals. The same shitty thermals as the Leopard L44. It plays very similarly, it's just faster. So that's why I would put it at B tier. What makes it better than the L44 in your opinion? Good mobility. Yeah, I think that's that's the upgrade. That's the exchange here. We go from 120 cannon, good, to 105 cannon, not so good anymore. But we get better mobility. Like a OF40. Yeah, the OF40 is not on this list, but I really enjoyed the OF40. You don't need the thermals. But the OF40 is also a lower BR. So the OF40 gets that advantage. The L44 is the same mobility. No, it does not. It is a lot faster than the L44. A lot. It's not even competition. I think the horsepower might even be similar, but what do we have? 830 at 43 tons. 850 at 36.5 tons. So you have more horsepower and less weight. The shed is worse than anything on its BR. What do you mean? It's okay-ish. It's sure it's not DM33. It's like DM23 levels. Wait, do we have a DM23 to compare against? Where's my temp to IP? Does it get DM23? It does. It's slightly better than DM23. And it comes with a higher velocity than DM23. Although, yeah, not as good as the 120 cannon on the L44. That's what I'm saying. I would put it at... Wait. Window cap... No. Game capture, yes. I would put it at B tier. It has a lot worse firepower than the L44. But it has so much better mobility. Like, it's a night and day difference. You're gonna be zooming around in the AMX-30 Super. Merkava, please. Okay, Merkava. Merkava it is. Merkava now at 9.7 BR. I like it. You have to take off the mine protection armor because that just weighs you down unnecessarily. It's like 3 tons of extra weight. You have an alright shell, in my opinion. Not good, not bad. What else do we have? Where's my Merkava? Merkava Mk.2D. You get an M413. It's like the M33 level. It's probably an exact copy of the M33. Let's look. Yeah, it's an exact copy of the M33. So it's the M33. You get a laser warning system. Take off the mine protection to make you more speedy. You get a lot of smoke grenades, which is really fun. I don't know if I can show you here without spamming all my smokes. I probably have to spam them all first. So you get a lot of smoke grenades, and after the quick smoke grenades are out, you still have a smoke grenade launcher in your turret. There it is. You see it fire, and they don't deploy as quickly, but you have like 30 of them. So you have more than enough smoke to never run out of smoke. You will never run out of smoke in this thing. Good. Return to hangar. You have pretty decent turret armor. Not really, but like it's really bouncy because of all the extreme angles here and the armor. So if we take a look at it from the front and do a protection analysis against its own shell, let's do 300 meters. You will see you have penetration spots here, but they're very risky to shoot for the enemy because they might as well just, you know, hit here and bounce or hit here and non-pen. So I wouldn't shoot here. Nobody would shoot here, realistically. There's also not a lot of stuff to hit on the side of the turret there. So what you will have people do is shoot below your cannon because that's basically the safest spot on a Merkava. Or just, you know, shoot your hull. Although the engine might eat your shell if you don't have a really good shell. And the spawning. Wow, the spawning was really bad on this one. I really enjoyed the thing. I think it's a really good tank. And I would probably put it at A tier. I like it more than things like the A44 and the AMX-30. And now that I think about it, let's just put the 96 at A tier too. I play both of them a lot, and I play them very similarly. So let's just do this. What tank do we take next? How about Merkava goes on the shopping list? The Merkava is nice. Just don't forget to take off the mine protection armor. Terms. Okay, we go for terms. There we got the terms. It's a really solid 10.0 premium in my opinion. You have a decent upper front plate. With decent, I mean you can tank a lot of rounds from lesser capable vehicles. Vehicles at your own BR will most likely go through the upper front plate. Like I know that like the Leopard 120 will kind of struggle. But everything with DM33-105, like the Rooikat at close range, will go through your upper front plate, which is an issue. It does get good thermals, I agree. It even does get good sights. I think the side zoom was pretty nice to have. But you also don't get depression or a reverse gear. Like, your reverse gear is terrible. I would definitely not put it in a bad spot. But I would put it up at A tier. It is very similar in how you play it to the 96. Yeah, they're kind of equals, the 96 and the terms. You give everyone else depression with the terms, but you don't have depression yourself. Armor takes more than it should. That's right. On angles, your front plate will still eat a lot of shells. VBCI next. Okay, VBCI. I played it a lot recently, like a couple hundred games to grind France. And it's a... How do I say it? It's a really cancer vehicle, but it doesn't get tons of kills with how I played it. It depends on the map where you put it, but if you get in a hull down position on a good spot, you're basically unkillable because your armor, you know, unlike the Puma IFV where the ammo burns off when it's hit, you don't start burning in the VBCI. An ammo hit will not make you burn for some reason, and the turret is remote controlled. Mobility is kind of meh for a wheeled vehicle, but like it's fine. And I'm decided between A and S tier. I'm undecided between A and S tier. S skill issue. I'm not sure. I really like playing it, but if you look at my stats, you will see I didn't get a lot of kills in it because most of the time you get assists. Even if you start shooting them from the side, killing a T-72 from the side with a 30mm takes so long that usually somebody else steals your kill. Wait, where's my VBCI? There it is. Okay, I used it a lot recently, like a lot. I was basically at 0 in the French tech tree, and now we're down here. But as I said, if you look at my stats, you will see 209 deaths and 203 kills, and some air kills, because you just get a ton of assists. Like, I got games where I got, I don't know, triple the assists of my kills. Easily. That doesn't make it a bad grinder, but you will not get all these kills that you want. And as you can see, I've earned more on average per game than with the AMX-30 Super. As you can see, you know, down here. And it also has a slightly higher win rate. Oh, god damn it! You can only see this. Oh, god damn. Yeah, okay. We're back to the VBCI. I grinded a lot of tech tree. As you can see, I didn't get a lot of kills with it. 209 deaths, 203 kills, and some air kills. And you will grind slower per game. I think that's less per game than I get on the AMX-30 Super. Could be mistaken, but I think it is. Because you usually get a shit ton of assists. I would put it at A tier. Because the remote control turret that doesn't have ammo cook-offs is really, really strong. But you're still kind of reliant on getting into a good position. Like a... What's it called? You know, like a hull down position where they can only see your turret. It does get good thermals though. Let's put it A tier. It's definitely not on par with a Tourist 38. As you can see, now we can see shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh. This will be a pain in the ass to edit too. But oh well, I'll take it. Leo 2. Okay, another disclaimer, I don't have the Leopard 2 Premium, but I do have the Leopard 2A4 in the German Tech tree, which is essentially the same tank. Not essentially, it is the same tank. I really like the Leo 2, and I hate facing it because for some reason this fucker refuses to spawn. Like I shoot it and the round just doesn't spawn. But maybe that's just a skill. Maybe that's just a skill issue on my part. But I'm debating on putting it at S tier. It is really one of the best buys you can do for the premium tanks if you want to grind. It gets Leopard 2 mobility. For a 10.3 it gets really good armor. The thermals are kinda bad. At least the gunner thermals. But you know, they don't, for some reason they don't spawn on you. You have a decent round. Yeah, let's just put it S tier. It's a really good buy. Oh yeah, it also gets reverse speed unlike some other tanks. It's a really good buy. Definitely. Next up, what do we take? How about WMA301? So WMA301, it was, back when it was released, I played it a lot, and I would have put it at S tier. Because back then it was 8.3. That was also pre-missile nerf, so the missiles would track perfectly fine. And at 8.3 it was straight up really, really, really good. Now that its BR got up to, let me check the BR, I think it's 9.3 now, right? No, 9.0. I wouldn't say it's S tier anymore. Especially with that reverse, and especially with that terrible gun depression. What you do get is an okay-ish round as far as I can remember. Let me check here. Type 83 APDS. It's like DM23. It's DM23 basically. At 9.0. So it's an okay-ish round. You have the tandem heat missile. I wouldn't use it anymore. I used it a lot back in the day. Because there were pre-missile nerfs. The missile was really good. But now it's just terrible. You get thermals. At least for the gunner. You have a very terrible reverse speed that got me killed a lot. 7.1 kilometers per hour. Which is bad because you're a light tank. You need to be able to you know, get out of situations quickly. You can't tank something. You have so little armor, in fact, that 50 kills will kill you. But you have smoke launchers. And is it a laser warning system? No, it's just a laser rangefinder. Now it's 9.0. I would put it at B tier. I think I think moving it up from 9. What was it? From 8.3 to 9.0 really hurt its performance. And I would put it at B tier. And the missile nerf. Even though you get a pretty cool high explosive proxy fuse shell as far as I can remember. Let me check. Not that I'm telling you something that's not true. Yeah, it gets a pretty cool high explosive proxy fuse shell. It's too tall. Yeah, I agree. It's too tall. And like they uptiered it to 9.0, rightfully so, because at 8.3 it was straight up overpowered. Facing 7.3s in that thing was bullying all day. Let's go to the next one. M1 KVT. Straight S tier. It's kind of similar in terms of gameplay to the Leopard, and at 10.3 it's a really good tank. In general, you have decent armor. A tier? Why A tier? Teams. Okay, I mean, what's different from American teams to German teams? Let's just take a look at. By the way, yeah, another thing. I don't have it, so I'm just rating it off of my experience with Abrams tanks. You have a lot worse shell than the Leopard 2. I give you that. Teams the other monkey at top tier. It's not top tier though, it's 10.3. But yeah, you have a lot worse of a round than the Leopard 2, but what you have is a 6.5 second reload, which is, I believe, faster than the Leopard. Yeah, 7.8 seconds. So you have a really good reload. I think it's even good by Abrams standards. Yeah, it's the same reload as on the APM-1, which really helps a lot. Yeah, it's a 5-second ace. The armor, let's check the armor. Let's go 100 meters against. What are you most likely to face? Probably USSR and probably some terms. Yeah, I see some issues with the turret armor. 430 millimeters of protection is not enough against tanks at similar BRs. Okay, let's just put it A tier. It has good mobility and a really good reload. And okay-ish armor. Alright. A tier is kind of getting too big. How about we downsize A tier? Alright. Here we go. Yes. Good. T-55. So back when it was 8.3, I would have gone straight up S tier. It was the cancer of 8.3, much more than the WMA. But I'm pretty sure it got up tiered since, right? Let me check. It is T-55 AM-1 8.7. I'm undecided. It still gets a pretty bad shell, but it still has pretty good armor. S rank? Let's just check it out. Okay, so protection against, let's say you're facing 9.0 tanks in Germany. What do we have at 9.0? I think, you know what? Let's go 8.7. Let's say you face a TAM with the M23 at 200 meters. Yeah, that makes your armor way less relevant. Although I don't know how that round didn't spoil onto the driver, but okay. You don't get thermals. You do get a laser rangefinder. And like a shell that is slightly worse than DM23. I would say B tier now. Nowadays B tier. At 8.3, when everything was also a lot less compressed around the BR, I think it was really good. One of the big upsides is that you don't face like anything 10.0, which is always nice to have. So let's go with a B tier here. We also have to downsize B tier, I guess. Alright. That's good, that's good. Will you make a video of this? Probably, yeah. Okay, next up. Let's go with the Type 16. We haven't done anything Japan yet. 1A5 NO is next, okay? We do 1A5 NO next. Type 16. My opinion, a really fun and solid tank. I like the good thermals. I like decent shell. As a disclaimer again, I don't have the Type 16 FPS. I have played the normal Type 16. But it's not that much different. The shell is, you know, for a 9.3 it's not too amazing. But the shell's getting nerfed, you're right. You do get a laser warning system, which is nice. Good thermals, good mobility. 26 tons at 500 horsepower. I think that's similar to a Centaur, right? 28 tons at 460. So you get better performance than a Centaur. In terms of, you know, driving around. You get a 50 cal on top, which is a nice addition. I'm debated between a solid B tier or an okayish A tier. Like, I personally would probably buy it if I needed it. Like, if I wanted a new premium to grind, I would probably buy this. But currently I'm busy with France and next Israel, and I still have to finish China. Solid B for shell. Okay. Better mobility than all the wheel lights. I think biggest issues I have the turn traverse and the shell uses. Yeah, the shell is probably a downside, especially with the next update. Alright, let's go another B tier. I wouldn't say it's average performing, because it's, in my opinion, really good. But if you guys insist, then we put it at B tier. Leopard 1A5 NO. What do you guys think? My opinion, it's just a B tier. Yeah, I agree with you here. It's not that much better or worse than the A44. Especially since the A44 has a little less penetration, but a better gun. Like better post-penetration damage with the higher caliber. Can you do a similar video about top tier premium jets? Sure. I put that on my list. So, it is a nice tank. It's a B tier in my opinion. B tier doesn't mean it's bad, you know? It's not too much different from the L44. And it's not the same as the best 1A5 in the game, because for some reason, the Italian 105, 1A5, where is it? Where's my Italian Leopard 1A5? There it is. Is the only Leopard 1A5 to get a laser warning system, and apparently a dozer blade too. I've never paid attention to that. So this is the best Leopard 1A5. But I've never played it. For reasons. Not a fan of this BR range. Alright, so yeah, we put it B tier. What do we go next with? You know what, let's just do the next wheel thing. Let's just continue with all the wheel things. The VRCC. In my opinion, okay, at first I was like, it's not really better than the Centaur Rumor, because it gets the same mobility, but doesn't get the Rumor ERA that can sometimes save you. Okay, but hear me out. It gets smoke launches, which the Centaur Rumor doesn't, which is already a big upgrade in my opinion. The gun depression is kind of bad. C tier, why do you think C tier? What makes you think C tier for it? I would put it at B tier. They've recently moved it up to 9.3. I think it was better at 9.0, I agree with you. Especially since you are not facing the 10.3 premiums. Is there a role on the Discord for members? Yes, there is. But you have to link your YouTube account to your Discord account. depression lineup. The gun depression is bad, but it's not like Russian tanks bad. It's 6 degrees instead of 5. My bro got that Fortnite. Now that you're saying it, yeah, it looks like the Fortnite. Oh my god. At 9.3, is the lineup that bad? It didn't feel that bad. Let me check the lineups. So what you get at around the same... Oh, it's 9.7 now. Ah, okay. Is the Sedan Mistral though? You get another Centauro. Leopard 1A5. The VBC. And the T-52AM-1. Feels like an okay-ish lineup, even though most of them are 9.3 instead of 9.7. Let me just get back into the drawing board. Hey Loudwood, welcome to the stream. For some reason 5.7 Germany is not playable, just 6.7 every match. I think everybody has an issue that they get up-tiered a lot. Alright. Maybe I'm biased because I like Italy as a tech tree and like light tanks. So we put it at C tier for now. Simply because of the depression and the pretty high beta rating. Like, it's higher than the Type 16, despite both being similarly capable. Actually, the Type 16 being faster at a lower beta rating. Yeah, I think C tier might fit. Although this is a fun vehicle, okay? If you like wheel vehicles, I would pick it up. But that's just my personal bias. Striker. Oh, no, Wolfpack, whatever you want to call it. Recently got up-tiered from, I think it was 9.3 to 10.0, but got M900 in exchange, so now it gets M900, which is, in terms of penetration, a really nice shell. I'm not a big fan of it because it hasn't done me any good in spalling. Like, for some reason I don't spall with M900, but maybe that's just a personal issue. Maybe biased. So, yeah, I would probably put it at B tier too. It's not an S tier, or it's definitely not an S tier. It's also not an A tier with that mobility. It kind of feels weird. Depression is also kind of mid, yeah. I would say it's a B tier. It's not bad to grind with, but I personally would probably rather pick up the M1 KVT, which is just 0.3 BR higher. Can't wait for most countries to get M109. Can't wait for that and the F111. Oh yeah, the update is probably hopefully soon. Probably hopefully. Yeah, I would put it at B tier. So, next up, TAM2 IP. In my opinion, it's a really, really solid tank. Because it's only 8.7. It gets incredible mobility. And you get DM33 at 8.7. You don't get thermal vision. But ever since they removed night battles from the queue, you're not completely screwed over anymore by not having thermals. So, I personally would put it at A tier. It's one of those tanks with a neutral gear where you can go the same speed backwards as you can go forward. So you're really fast. At least here, that's where I would put it. If anybody disagrees, you should tell me. Let me just hop into War Thunder here. Oh, it's 9. Okay. Get what I said about 9.0? They updated it to 9. About 8.7, they updated it to 9.0. But it's still very solid at 9.0. Let's just get rid of all these shells. You get DM33. Good shell for a 9.0. Especially when you have that mobility. Like, yeah, you go decent speed forward, but also, very importantly, you can reverse at the same speed as you can go forward. Minus 30. Minus 40. minus 55, minus 60. So it's a really, really mobile tank. I like it. But you don't get thermals. You have to live with not getting thermals. Not everybody likes that. I'm personally a big fan of thermals, but I don't need them. Stabilizers are more important, and this thing is stabilized, so the rest is like optional. Alright, return to hangar. How much pen is that? It's 408. The M33 is a good shell for the better rating. So I will put it at A tier. It's a good buy. In my opinion, even better than the L44, since you're much more mobile and have about the same penetration. Solid B tier. Why B tier? Like, if we compare it to things like the Leopard 185 NO, you're getting the same firepower. They both get 105 DM33, but you're much faster, and you have better armor too. Like, both won't survive APFSDS straight through the middle, but the upper front plate, because it's a Marder chassis, is really bouncy, and sometimes the NERA on the turret can help you against heat shells. Not often, but it's definitely a factor. That's why I would put it at A tier. I also like really mobile tanks. It is really mobile. You're fast. It's a fan tank. It will get spotted easy, and I think it would be an easy target like the B29. It's quite big. It's not even that big. What makes you think it's big? Here, let's take a look at it again. I can compare it to anything really. I have the other Tams. Like, it's not that big. I think it's slightly taller than a Leopard, but only very slightly. And you're shorter than a Leopard. You're not as long. Also, yeah, the Puma is quite big. You're shorter than the Leopard. And what can save your life is you have your engine block in the front, which can take rounds. But it's like chunky. Okay, but it's still fast. It's fast. It's a fast, chunky tank. Look, you have... Where's my Leopard? There. You have less horsepower than Leopard, slightly. But you're also way much less. Sure, the normal TEM2C, in my opinion, is better, but it's also way higher BR, so that's nowhere as a... You know, it's not a good comparison. And if you look at the standard TEM, that might be a good option. But as far as I know, it doesn't get DM33. It only gets DM23, and it's the same BR. I personally would put it at A tier. Next up, we have... Is that the Sho't Kal? I think it is. Sho't Kal Dalet. Or whatever you want to call it. 9.0. It gets M111 as a round, which is basically DM23 at 9.0. It gets gunner thermals, laser rangefinder, no laser warning system, and it has, you know, some smoke launchers and some ERA on top of it. It is still an upgraded Centurion, which is why I don't like it, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. In my opinion, it's not as bad as that thing, but I would put it at D tier. I would make this our first D tier tank. It is slow, like slow. And all that weight doesn't even help you because you don't have a lot of armor. Well, you do if you were a lower battle rating, but at this battle rating, everything just easily goes through. 1940s tank. Yeah, kind of. Sometimes you can survive missiles due to the ERA that is all around the tank. But I wouldn't trust on it. I think FT for the Viayanta is kind of harsh. I put it in C tier. It's really not that bad. It doesn't even get an APFSDS shell at 8.3. And it's slow. You get the shitty APDS that doesn't like penning or doing post-pen damage. Or heat, which gets caught on everything. In my opinion, the Sho't Kal is just slightly better. It's also a higher better rating. Last tank, we have the Khalid. So, another disclaimer, I haven't played the Khalid. But as from my understanding, it is the same as a Chieftain Mark 10, right? Or like very similar. You get no thermals, which is a problem in my opinion at 9.3. You get L23, which is an okayish round for 9.3. You get 410mm penetration. It's a 120 gun, which I always like to have a 9.3 120 guns. You know, more spalling, more better. It has a better engine, you think. Let me check. It indeed has a good engine. It's still not fast. Like, it's still a Challenger thing. Chieftain thing, not Challenger. I'm dumb. It doesn't have 1200. The Khalid has 1076. Let's just go into a test drive with it. So the turret rotation speed is okayish. Oh yeah, I forgot APDS. No, I have to switch to APFSDS. The reverse gear is nice. I like that. It's already 40 kilometers reverse almost. And the camo is nice though. I like the camo. It still doesn't like turns. Like if you go around the corner, it really loses a lot of speed. The gun elevation and depression speed is really good, actually. Especially for a 9.3. That's definitely an upside compared to other British things like the Rooikat. And it's not slow. It's not, you know, it's not superb mobility, but like you're definitely not slow. You do get smoke launchers, which is nice. Sadly, not a 50 cal. Where do we put it? I would put it at B tier. It's another B tier. Dedo agrees B tier? Yeah, let's go B tier. The armor is, you know, nothing to write home about, but it's a solid B tier, yeah. I agree with y'all. I should have made that list a bit longer. Like, to the sides here. Wait, where's my... I don't have my sidebar anymore. I can't... I would have done something with paint here, but like, I don't have my sidebar anymore. It's gone. I don't know where it is. I have no control over my computer here. B for British. Okay, no, that's perfect, yeah. So if you look at it from top to bottom, we have 3 really good S tier tanks. A lot of good A tier recommendations that I personally also really enjoyed, that I can agree with. The B tier tanks are all perfectly fine to pick up if you need that specific tech tree. You know, if you really want to grind France and I don't know, you dislike autocannons. Well, the AMX-30 Super is not a bad pick. The C tier is kind of underwhelming, which can still be fine. Like, I personally really enjoy Centauros, but kind of underwhelming, especially for its BR. D tier is just depressing. I think D tier fits for depressing, and F tier is like, I wouldn't touch it, and I don't see it getting fixed because the I can't pronounce that. Sorry. It's 8.3, but you can't put it at lower battle ratings because then it will become overpowered. You know, if you put it low enough that the armor actually matters, then it will become too strong. I'd say any S or A tier in a nation you want to grind, especially if they're in a promo next November. Rooikat over type 16. Now that you make me think about it, give me a second here. Yes. Yes, because of the depression. I'm inclined as a weeb to disagree. But the Rooikat is, you know, one of the only real tanks with 10 degrees of depression, which is really helpful, despite all its other drawbacks. How about we end the stream? Not we don't end the stream, but how about we next just hop into playing the F tier tank? Just to be really depressed today. Just to be sad. You know, I like being depressed. Zoom on that French light tank is insane. Yeah, it's a really good tank. I countered it by saying the Type 16 can shrug off 20mm from the front. I mean, the same as every real tank, you cannot shrug off anything that hits your lower front plate. Like, you know, down here. Sure, you can hit that, you can shrug them off to the front plate, to the upper front plate, and maybe to the turret at Ray. I don't think you can shrug them off the turret. Let's check a look. Let's check it real quick. Let's take a look. Let's go like 200 meters with APFSDS. Oh, okay. Fair, but oh, the upper front plate is really weak though. Let's go protection map. Okay. Can the animation end, please? So that's the protection map from the front. So I personally would probably just shoot down here until it dies. Eventually it will. But it is nice, a nice armor actually against 30 mils. I agree. I still prefer having gun depression. 6 degrees is not that amazing. So what's the 26 tons at 500 horsepower? Rooikat has 28 tons at 567, so they're both pretty similarly capable in terms of mobility. Gen 3 thermals as well. Okay, Gen 3 thermals feels, in my opinion, feels the same as Gen 2. As long as you have Gen 2, you're fine. You don't need anything else. Gen 1 kind of sucks, but Gen 2, pretty good. And as far as I can remember, the Rooikat did get good thermals. No, actually they're Gen 1. Now you're making me doubt what I said earlier. No, I think I still like the Rooikat more, just because of the depression. Like, you can just hide behind hills. I think I like the Rooikat more. Like, the Type 16 wouldn't be able to do this here. Whereas the Rooikat can. Giant engine in front. I mean, yeah, that just plays into the being immune to 30 mil or something kind of thing. Also, yeah, when I play Merkavas, a lot of the time when I try to peek an angle, you know, when I try to peek like around the corner, my engine just gets shot out and I'm kind of stuck, which is bad. And then people just you know, shoot me repeatedly and burn off my tank. How was that not a kill? How come you placed the VRCC that low? I personally really enjoy the VRCC, don't get me wrong. Like, I would, in my personal bias, I would put it S tier. But it is less mobile than the Type 16 that we put it at B tier. And it gets a higher better rating than the Type 16, which is, you know, our B tier. So if you just compare it to the Type 16 here, the Type 16 is just superior. Yeah, I mean, Nyan, we don't have to agree on everything. If you enjoy your Type 16, then that's fine. B tier is by no means bad. B tier is a perfectly fine tank. A tier is just exceptional tanks, and S tier is tanks that might need adjustments in terms of better rating. Let's play the F tier. I really want to play the F tier. Where's my Viayanta? Oh, it's already in here. Oh, I'm not bringing the scout. Wait, I do bring the scout? It's 8.3. It's 8.3. Okay. We bring the scout. Oh yeah, Type 16 has less penetration. And oh, I remember now. See? One of the reasons we put it down is M735 is getting nerfed next update to even less penetration. India's superpower 2024. Oh man. It's not political. Like, I don't care that it's Indian. I just think it's not a good tank. And it'll make me depressed. And I will go to A. I want the A point. On this map, I always want the A point. B and C is so boring. Everybody just sits up here on the hills. Why nerf M735? It already does like no spawning. Yeah. And it gets nerfed to less than 300 millimeters of penetration. So what do we have here? A shot? Okay. BTR 80. Object 120s. M901s. Sturm S. Okay. Fair. I just noticed the sound is very quiet. Did the shot shoot or did we get shot? I think we got shot, right? How did they even justify the nerf? I'm pretty sure they... It's not about justifying, it's about some documents that they have indicating that it penetrates less or something. Like, they also nerfed the round of the MBT-70, and which is funny, because they nerfed the round, then Spookston played it. Spookston complained that M735 should be similar to the round on the MBT-70, and by that he meant the MBT-70 round should be buffed again, but instead they just nerfed the M735 round. So I'm not blaming Spookston here, it's just a really funny coincidence. They pulled some documents out there. It's basically, yeah, basically. You know, that's usually what happens. I'm so slow. He took the A point without me. So mean. Also, welcome, defender. Where's the enemy? He just ate a shell. But where from? I'm not sure. Oh, up there. That is indeed an enemy. Oh my god! How did he hit me through the sand? What? Oh, was he up the hill? Okay, he was up the hill. I thought it was one of the guys in front of me. Oh, what a... Oh my god, what a terrible spot to be in. I should have gotten some backups. Let's get some backups here. Just so I can be less depressed. Actually, I'm more depressed now because I get to spend my backups on a tank that I really hate. To be honest, just send secret docs and you win on anything getting anything changed. Please do not send some secret documents. I'm begging you. At least you're making SL, I guess. Oh yeah, because it's a premium tank and I have a premium account, I make SL, but like, it's so terrible. If you get down tier to 7.3, it might be a really good tank. But if your tank needs to get a full down tier to be capable, then it's not a really good tank. It does. I'm so jealous of them. I'd use APDS over heat. I'm not trying to backseat game, but the heat is genuinely ass. The heat is ass, but the APDS is ass too. So I'm like here. I'm like, you know, I'm trying all options. You are right. The heat is ass, but the APDS kind of 265 mils is like, man, especially if you get up tiered and face some things. Like the APDS will have issues penetrating a T-55AM-1, which I will probably meet a lot here. The BR is very similar. I can't believe I'm getting outsped by a Magog, but he's just faster. He might not even be spaded. Who knows? God damn it! By the oh my god! Ah! This can't be. I cannot, man. This is not even the fault of the tank, okay? But it just makes me so angry to play this tank. Okay, I'm back to 0. Time to do all this again with this stupid slow tank. Goodbye, Weasel. I don't have laser. Yeah, I don't have laser rangefinder. Great start. Let's just sneak down here. Oh yeah, water makes me even slower. I think getting it to 8.3 would make it slightly better, maybe. But it's still, you know, it's still a Centurion. It still suffers from like having no speed at all. I mean, getting it down to 8.0. It is 8.3. Whatever. That's a dead tank, right? It looks dead. The zoom on the side, by the way, it has no zoom. That's it. It's just moving my head closer to the side, I guess.
Thank you very much.
That is dead, right? Okay. You have the SCRV 81. Oh, you have the SCRV with the missiles? That one I really like, just because the missiles are fun. And it's a lower beta rating, yeah. But yeah, still suffering from Centurion syndrome. No, I would call it British syndrome at this point. Just being incredibly slow and... Oh my god. Absolute skill issue. I can't play this tank. It's... No. Oh my god. Time to get killed 5 more times. Next game, I will just do the same thing again. Just die. Maybe we'll get a good map and I can finally pull off a good round. Cleanse the pellet after with the CV90 or... yeah, the CV90 would be kinda cool. I should play that, yeah.
To battle.
Ready up. Driver ready. Gun up ready.
Did we get down here?
Ready.
I think we got down here, right? No, wait. M3 Bradley is 8.3, right? But the others seem so... ancient. Okay, you know what? Since I'm not mobile, let's just wait here. They eventually have to face me, right? I hit the back of his... What? That animation looked weird in the upper right. But I don't care as long as he's dead. You own none of the premiums in the list except the Type 16 and Rooikat. Oh. Yeah, at least you have 2 decent tanks in my opinion. I like wheel tanks a lot anyway. Oh my god. M48A2 GA2. Okay. Yep. Straight through. The bane of my existence as a Centurion. I'm slow, but my armor doesn't matter. I could probably try to... If I at least had a mobile tank, you know, I would just flank around, but I can't spend half the game trying to flank with this speed. Yeah, Lugi, I'll invite you after the game. A 100 or like 200 more horsepower and I would be perfectly fine in this tank. I would be zooming around shooting people in the sides. Can I hit that? Not good enough. Not good enough.
Attention to the map.
Vickers Mark III. I'll keep that in mind. I haven't played the British Tech Tree all that much. Commander and loader, so I'll be fucked now. To be honest, APDS wouldn't have done more spawning. Straight through. Straight through. God damn, it could have at least somewhat damaged his breach. Man, here, let's get you in here. What are you bringing? Hope you're bringing something good. Man, this 60mm armor plate is like nothing. How do they make this tank so under-engined? Like, look at this huge engine block. It's ginormous. But it's so bad. You know what? After this match, we get into an S-tier tank. We're getting the CV90105 out. It will be a night and day difference. Hopefully, if I don't have a skill issue. It runs on leftover tea. I wonder if it has a tea cooker inside. Like some challenges do. They're like a water cooker for tea. That's why it's kind of shit. Yeah, I know. I know that it's not supposed to be an insanely good tank, but like they could like lower the VR or something. I think I got down to this time. The AMX-30, isn't that thing 7.7? Although they recently changed a lot of BRs, so maybe I'm not up to date to anymore. Don't die instantly. I'm trying. The problem is getting somewhere. I want to get into the city, I guess. Or just snipe a bit here. What a terrible shot. Oh, a 103. I cannot penetrate that. I critted his transmission. How am I not hitting anymore? I hit him once. Commander, okay. A bit to the right. Oh god damn, that was my gun and my loader. Audio go bro. Oh, did my audio die? Hello? Please? Don't tell me the audio is dead. I have to listen to myself in the stream if the audio is dead.
Attention to the designated grid square. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Oh, it's okay now. I'm not sure what sometimes causes this. I think it's an engine issue with War Thunder, but I'm not entirely sure. While shooting it went choppy. That's weird. Like, my computer is not lagging. I'm getting a constant 240 FPS.
Attention to the map. Attention to the map.
Is he still there? He is. What? Where's he now? He was there a second ago. I just keep firing. No, he's gone. God damn it. I worked so hard to get a kill here. That's a missile, that's a missile, that— oh my god, that scared me. He died. Good. While shooting it went choppy. Ah. I'll take a look into this. Maybe I need more bitrate for the audio. I have to look at what bitrate YouTube accepts for audio streams. Ooh, that is an enemy tank right in front of me. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I kill.
Target destroyed.
So now we're in the city, but the bad thing is, in turns I will lose all my speed. It's a YouTube compression problem. It's good now. Yeah, that's why I assumed I might be able to fix it with just more bandwidth on the audio. Problem is I don't know if YouTube accepts more. Gunner, loader, engine, horizontal. Okay, I'm fine. Right? I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm not fine. I couldn't get out of place fast enough. I'm too slow. Yep. Okay. Of course. You know what? The scout is way less painful. If it weren't so slow. Oh wait, I spawned on the wrong spawn. Oh god. Please, somebody help me.
Attention to the map.
I think my range was 4 kilometers, right? No, 3.5. Okay. The Scout is an okay-ish helicopter. I prefer the Alouette, but it's still good. That's a big side.
Attention to the designated grid square. Attention to the map. The enemy has captured most of the strategic.
I can imagine if you crash in this heli in real life, that side will just decapitate this guy. So don't crash.
Attention to the map.
I'm almost there. Soon.
Attention to the designated grid square.
This is so slow. Look, it's 22 degrees.
Attention to the designated grid square. The enemy's getting closer to victory.
That's a plane. That's not good. Okay, but he's dogfighting the F-80.
Attention to the designated grid square.
No, he's not. He's coming straight for me. What can I do? These shitty machine guns. I want to spawn it back up. Oh, we have to win this game. All this for nothing. What do you think about Top Tier China? It's decently good. Type 99As are really nice. You can watch either my last stream or my last video where we ranked top tier tanks. And I ranked China pretty high up there.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Attention to the designated grid square.
Please put the Mirage F1 C200 at the top so I can convince myself that it doesn't suck. Do you mean it doesn't suck? It's definitely not at the top. That was a good purchase. It is a good purchase because it's the only real way to grind to French top tier. I was trying to push him. Come on, get him. No, he destroyed the other guy too. You know what? I don't want to play this tank anymore. Goodbye. Lugi, if you have anything 10.0, that would be really appreciated because we're going 10.0. In my lovely CV90105. That's nothing 10.0. Oh, you know what? I don't care. So now we're going in the S tier tank. Oh, a snow map. That's where CV90s should feel at home, right? Oh yeah, the joy of having laser warning system. People randomly lace at the beginning. Okay, now we just look out for tanks. Anybody. Somebody must be pushing, right? Come on. No? Ooh, I misplaced that shot. Should probably switch positions now that he has seen me. Okay, there's the scouted guy. Still can't see him. That's an enemy right in front of me. I think it's a WMA301? No. Is it? I think it is. There's a WMA301 in front of me. No! Why must I be behind a tree where I can barely see him? Okay, we're fine. For now. Except my engine is dead. And I don't see what's shooting at me. I'm burning. And my... No, please. Please extinguish. Oh, okay, good. I cannot see that one. And that's the WMA. No, that's not the WMA. That's a chrysanthemum. I expected a WMA from there. God damn. Don't be fooled by my skill issue. Okay, I just play terrible on stream. This is actually a nice tank. Also, if you want to scroll back to the kill I did on a T-72, straight through the upper front plate, the power of DM-33. DM-23 doesn't go through, but DM-33 does. Why is it just the same map again? Okay, it's bigger this time, but... crashed my nuke plane yesterday. How did you crash your nuke plane? Full down tier? Oh my god, we got down. No, we didn't get down tier. There are 10.0 tanks here. Okay, there are some lower tanks too. I guess it's a full down tier. Maybe I should go to C and capture it. I think that's a good course of action, since we're already that far ahead of everyone in our team. The commander side on this thing is really nice because it's not so zoomed in, so you can just have a good look around with thermals. Oh, you've... That's actually sad, man. What tank did you get the nuke in? M41? Which M41? Please, not in the M41D, right? Please tell me it was not the M41D. Yeah, I can see quite a bit of the map from here.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Although I don't see any enemies here. Oh, the 6.3 one in the US. Yeah, I like that one too. Oh, hello. Something shot my friendly here. I don't see who shot him or what shot him.
Recon report, enemy spotted.
Who shot him? Terms. There's terms somewhere. Oh, he's around the corner there. I can hear him.
Recon report, enemy spotted.
Oh my god, it's not a terms. Oh, freak. Yeah, of course he just machine guns out my engine. Yeah, of course. Hi, I want to play with you, can I? Yeah, sure, send me an invite and I'll invite you back. Oh my god. The KPZ-70 that just machine guns out my engine so I can't move. No, I won't add you. You just sent me an invite. My username is basically always on stream. It's goodbye_1. And I will just invite you back. That's much easier for me.
Recon report, enemy spotted.
I hate this, man. He just machine gunned out my engine. What APC specs, if I may ask? Depends. What do you want to know? My CPU, my GPU, like everything. Like I can write you a list that is pretty long.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
stupid hill.
Tundra. Huh?
What? How do these people always see through the trees, man? I can barely see anything there. CPU and GPU. Okay, CPU is a 7700X and GPU is a 7900 XTX. Exactly why you said you dislike the Merkavas with engine in front. Yeah, I know. It's just pretty rare that somebody just shoots out my engine with his machine gun. Like, I tried to push him after he missed his main gun round. I didn't expect him to just have a, you know, coaxial 20 mil. Okay, I need to get really close with this plane. Up close and personal. Goodbye playing Sweden? Impossible. Hey, Maxi, welcome. He plays on iPhone. Yeah. No, I actually don't have an iPhone. Sorry. Hit? It's a B. It's not a BMP. It looks like something else, but it's a light tank. That shouldn't have been a hit.
Attention to the map. I'm sorry. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Oh look, an SPA.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye to S38. Hey, another S tier tank. And now we're getting new bombs.
Attention to the map.
I hate the air brakes on this thing. Goddamn, they're so bad. Like, how can you call these tiny things air brakes? They don't brake. Like, barely. Come on, I can't overshoot. Please don't make me overshoot. I'm already wiggling. Oh yeah, we're fine. Okay, okay, no overshoot. Just a very long rearm time.
Attention to the designated grid square. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Alright, back to battle we go. There's one enemy plane up. I can see that thanks to my radar. At least one. There might be two. There's two enemy planes up. Okay, one died though. There's still another enemy plane. I see it even. Leopard 2A6 or Challenger 2 Black Knight, because I don't know Germany or Britain. I think the Leopard 2A6 is better than the Black Knight. We did a ranking of top tier MBTs. Just watch my latest video. After the stream, please watch it after the stream. Don't just leave. Oh my god, we have one tank. No, two tanks left. Okay.
Enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
I get the feeling we're kind of losing this. Oh, hello, missile. Oh my god, that is too many of them. There was so many SPA tanks. I was so stubborn, I should have just pulled off. But that's fine, because I wanted to end the stream anyway. So, I wish all of you a great evening, wherever you are. Maybe it's day for you. Maybe I wish you a good day. But I hope I can see all of you again in the next stream, which will probably be tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, to be exact. And until then, have a good day.